Hey guys, and welcome to our 85th optimization by Oliver. If you haven't followed this series already, this is where I take a brand that we're not currently working with, a big Shopify brand, and I walk you through what I would do if my team and my agency were in charge of running CRO and experimentation on their store. Now, for context, this is what we do for 80 plus 7, 8, 9-figure Shopify brands currently. We've been doing it for 12 years. We've designed more landing pages than any other agency on this planet. And I would always run these as isolated A/B tests. So I'm going to show you the whole kind of page transformations, but again, on the volume of data these guys are doing, and I know they're doing, I would always be A/B testing these things individually. Another important thing to mention is whenever we do A/B testing and experimentation on client stores, we always marry the qualitative and quantitative data. I only have access to their store, so really I'm doing this from a heuristic UX UI perspective, but it's going to give you some insights and some examples and actionable stuff that you should be testing as well. So today's brand that I picked is D Louise. It's an English jewelry brand. I've actually met these guys, really great brand, really great guys. And let's jump into the homepage transformation. So the first thing we would do is add a very simple trust policy bar. Now, when it comes to jewelry, when it comes to items of luxury, even though this is relatively low ticket, trust is everything. So let's tell people when we were established, let's tell them how many happy customers we've had. Let's tell them we have a satisfaction guarantee, and let's get that trust nailed on straight away when they land on our page. Secondly, we've just optimized that section above the fold so that we can fit more in on mobile. We squeezed the image up a little bit. We've used a bigger font on the headline and the subheadline, and then we have a far better, in my opinion, more optimized call to action. It's full width. It has a directional cue, it's a contrasting color that really pops and stands out, and it explains on the CTA exactly where the consumers are going. Shop our best sellers. I know exactly where I'm going here. We supported that CTA with all important social proof. These guys have thousands of reviews. Why are they not showing them off above the fold? Really important. We then have mentioned the brands and publishers that they've been featured in, just leveraging their authority, which goes a long way. We then added the Instagram-esque kind of story reel here, which does convert very well. I'm not necessarily saying this would convert better in this section. I probably would also try it where they have it right now with the trust policy bar, but just to isolate the two things, we pushed it down. And then we also now can showcase a title that says shop our best sellers above the fold. Moving on to the cart page, and this is where I think these guys are missing out on a bunch of revenue. We've just subtly optimized the kind of top section of this page. I think we've used a bigger and better font that kind of explains what's going on that free shipping prompt. Speaking of which, we've made that a little bit more visual than previously. We've also, as you can notice, added a second step to further gamify the in-cart experience. With products like this, especially when you have natural cross-sells, some earrings with a necklace, for example, it's really a nice way of further enhancing and encouraging people to add more into the cart. Gamify it, take it one step further. You've unlocked free shipping, now unlock a free gift. We've encouraged them to add more to their cart by separating the product cart image and an in-cart upsell. So try titles like you may also like, or often bought with, or goes well with. And then we've got a clear subtitle and checkout, a nice consistent call to action with directional cue, mentioning the shipping, and we supported that with more trust and credibility, which is proven time and time again to convert and outperform not having it with the former payment seals in your cart. Now we go through to the product page, and beyond the simple optimizations we've done to the notice and nav, we've also again added that trust policy bar. We've added some little chevrons either side of the image to give the visual representation that people can go through their images. We've made those thumbnails a little bit smaller just so that we don't take up as much space above the fold, because we've now been able to get really important elements in. We now have social proof here. We now have better pricing with a monetary saving packaging in a label, but we also now have the select size above the fold. We have a clear size guide, an add to cart button, which is full width with a directional queue, and we back that up with an expected delivery date, which is super important. We've used a little form of scarcity here where it counts down and says if you order within X amount of hours, you will receive it here, pinching it off Amazon. Time and time again, this works on a test. Speaking of tests, again, all of these things I would be testing, never blindly implement on a high volume store. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Let me know if you agree with this down in the comments below. Make sure you hit subscribe to see more of these videos. And if you want my agency to run CRO and A/B testing on your store, get in touch. It's ConversionWise.com, and I'll see you in the next one.